Mr. Mack-Poole, 3-minute history, the Ridolfi Plot, 1571. What was going on? Well, let me elaborate. Well, the context is very interesting. In 1568, Mary Queen of Scots fled to England. She abdicated her throne due to her impropriety in having her husband, Lord Darnley, murdered. When she came to England, her cousin, once removed, Elizabeth I, who was a Protestant, didn't trust the Catholic Mary, and rather than restore her to the Scottish throne, elected to put her under house arrest. This frustrated Mary Queen of Scots, and she wanted to get out. There was a revolt of the Northern Earls in 1569, and Elizabeth was excommunicated in 1570. So this leads us quite nicely to the Ridolfi Plot of 1571. Also, please don't forget RTB 123. RTB 123. Ridolfi, Throckmorton, Babington. 1571, 1583, 1586. One of the notable co-plotters was Thomas Howard, the 4th Duke of Norfolk, sometimes just referred to as Norfolk. He was a Catholic, and he was highly ambitious, and he wanted to marry Mary, Queen of Scots, and rule as the King of England. He had also once betrayed Elizabeth in the revolt of the Northern Earls, but he had been forgiven. But despite this forgiveness, he yet again acted in a treacherous way. Mary Queen of Scots was deeply frustrated with Elizabeth because she was under house arrest and she wasn't going to be restored to the Scottish throne. So this is why she conspired with Ridolfi, the Italian banker. So Ridolfi is a very interesting character. Because he was a banker, he was not suspected when he travelled from port to port. He had a passport which denoted he was a banker. He would have to trade foreign monies for one another. So it was a really good kind of beard to wear, a disguise, for instance, for him to have. Whilst he was in fact orchestrating an international plot against Elizabeth I to replace her. Ridolfi is a very interesting character, and he was able to get King Philip II, who was the long-standing enemy of Elizabeth, the Catholic monarch of both Spain and Portugal and parts of Italy. He was truly an international king and a very powerful man. And also the Duke of Alba, who was stationed in the Spanish Netherlands, and he had more than 10,000 men at his disposal. Also, the plot derived religious credibility from Pope Pius V, who obviously previously enacted the excommunication of Elizabeth. William Cecil uncovered the plot and found that the Duke of Norfolk was guilty because of his letters, which his servants didn't burn, despite the fact they were told to do so. Now, they were interrogated, and not wishing to be tortured, they gave him the information and Norfolk was executed. Another key consequence, that Elizabeth would not trust Mary Queen of Scots like she did before, and would certainly not restore her to the throne.